Guys, this is the Hoon here, and we're going to be talking about molecular, complete ionic, and net ionic equations. First off, we have molecular equations, which are the typical equations that you will see on any assignment, any test. For example, you got a sodium hydroxide plus potassium chloride, which you will perform double replacement reaction, and this will yield a sodium chloride and a potassium hydroxide. And this is a molecular equation. Next up, we have a complete ionic equation. And a complete ionic equation is when you take apart all aqueous reactants and products and turn them into their ions, as you would see on your pink sheets. So you have your sodium hydroxide, we're going to take apart into sodium plus a hydroxide, and your potassium chloride will pull apart into potassium and chloride. Now this will all yield your sodium chloride, which will pull apart into sodium and chloride, and we'll push this all over so you can see the rest of the problem. And your potassium hydroxide here will pull apart into potassium and hydroxide. So finally, as the last step, we got a net ionic equation, which is will when you will cross out all like ions from both the reactant and the product sides. So this sodium here will cross out this sodium here. This hydroxide here will cross out this hydroxide here. This potassium will cross out this potassium. And this chloride will cross out this chloride. And when there's nothing left, everything is crossed out, there's nothing left in the reaction. So when everything is crossed out, that equals a no reaction.